Hey everyone, this is Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts, and today I have a project for you as another alternative for the November paper pumpkin. So I showed this on my Facebook Live last week, and so the last full week of November. And I decided to go ahead and actually do this as an alternative project and do another video and then post this on YouTube so that you could see how I did create this. Okay, so let's get started. I've done most of the cutting and all of that just so it'll make it a little easier. But I got these frames right here from IKEA. I don't think they're very expensive, maybe $5 or $6 a piece, I think is what they are. But usually you can find it on the section kind of where all the pictures and picture frames are. So they usually have a ton of them, and I think they come in black and then in the white as well. But this is just a little shadow box, and this is a 9x9. So the whole thing is a 9x9. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna just pull these back and pull out our piece. We're gonna pull out the paper, and I'm gonna flip it like this because this part right here is darker, so this is now gonna go that way. Okay, because I want to keep all those layers in there so that it makes it still pretty tight here, so that the things, when you put your picture frame up like this, that things aren't going to adjust. They're not going to move up and down. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for now. And we're going to work with this. So inside they have this frame, and I'm just going to use this as kind of my guide, and I'm going to adhere to this. So what I'm going to start with is putting my tear and tape along all these areas here. And I'm going to just put it all the way around. And this is probably the thing that takes the longest, is the adhering. And then I'm just going to come in here as well, just so that I know everything is going to stay when it goes upright. All right. While I do all of this, if you are on my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, and then you can click that bell for the notifications. So anytime I post anything new, you will see that. The other thing is, I am having issues with getting videos that are done on my on my Facebook page. You used to could save them directly to your phone as soon as you were done with your live. Well, now it won't do that, and now I can't even download the videos to my phone or computer to upload them to YouTube. So in the description of this video, there will be a link to my other video, which was on Facebook, my Facebook Live, for the other alternative projects for the November paper pumpkin. So, crazy times, I know. Life's problems, right? Okay, so I've got adhesive all over there, and I've taken off all the backings. It's pretty simple. I'm going to take this piece right here. So this is from the, let me make sure I say it right. It's the Patterned Party DSP, and this is paper that is free with a $150 purchase or more. You can get this with your Stampin' Rewards. That's the only way you can get that paper, is through Stampin' Rewards. And I'm gonna put it back real quick. All right, so I cut this piece to 9x9, and I'm literally just gonna lay it like that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but that actually did really good. Now this one right here, I used I think it's called the Stockings and More. Let me just double check so that I tell you the right thing. I say that, and here we go. The Sweet Stocking DSP. So it was that piece right there. This is the one that has the animals in it. That was the original piece, but I didn't have another full piece of that pattern, so I decided to go with some annual catalog. Okay, all right, so we've got that on there. Now I've cut 2 pieces of basic white cardstock, and you'll notice this is going to be 8.5, and then it's by 9. Here's what I want to do. I want to just take a large pair of scissors, and you may not need both pieces. It depends on how tall you want your snow in the background. And on my sample, it's not very tall, so I want to make this one taller, okay? So I'm going to start cutting right about here. And then literally, it does not have to be perfect by any means, but you just want to kind of cut you 2 layers of snowbanks, okay? And see, if you flip this one over, you could use this one too, but I think I want it to be just a little shorter, but I'm still going to use this. So I'm going to cut like this and see if I like that a little bit better. I do. Okay, so we're going to take those. So we'll put this piece in a scrap folder. Move it out of the way. And what we're going to do first is we're going to attach our largest piece first, okay? And we're just going to take that tear and tape. Make sure I'm in the camera real quick. And we're just going to line all the way around our snowbank. Okay, and then there, and then we're just going to do one piece kind of down the center. You don't really need that, but I'm going to go for it. And then we're just going to take off all of our strips here. The tear and tape makes this really easy when you're doing large projects like this. And the backing is easy to put down as long as you really kind of push it into your paper. Getting those backings off is really easy. Okay, now we're going to just take and line this up over here. And lay it right across. And that one's flat. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put dimensionals all over the back. And actually what I'm going to use is our long adhesive strips, okay? And this will just make it a little bit easier to not use as many dimensionals because we can outline again. All right, so we're going to take this and line it up. I go ahead and take 2 strips off. And we're just going to kind of, actually let's cut. Let's make sure that we're getting those good corners there. All right. And then we'll go here. And we're going to do this side. And cut. And a good thing about the adhesive strips is that you can run it along your snowbank outline as well, just like you can with the tear and tape. So it makes it really easy. All right, then we're going to stick that there. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to take another strip and we're just going to adhere it here because we don't want it to fall. And then we're going to run this there. And let's do one more strip. We're going to do this one here. And then that one there. Okay. All right. So that is plenty. Now we're going to lay this here. So that's gonna give it some depth. And what we wanna do is put our snowman here. And our snowman is gonna be flat. And he's gonna kind of sink down. And actually, we might need to, we might have to move our snowbank down just a touch and cut off that bottom. I think we're gonna have to, because we need our snowman to not be covered up too much. All right, we're gonna take regular adhesive. Actually, let's go ahead and just do the tear and tape like I was already doing. And we're gonna attach along here. I'm just gonna use this because I already have it, and it's pretty easy to add. All right, and then we'll take off these backings. Our snowbank is gonna cover up a little bit of our snowman, but we don't want too much of it covered up. All right, one more. I'm gonna make a pile over here. All right, and then we're gonna lay our snowman right about here, okay? So now we want to adjust this to about there, and that'll be good. And then we'll just trim off that, which will be fine. So I'm not going to unadhere, or I'm not going to take off the top part there. All right. Take all the backings off, and off of this one too. Okay. So now let's just adhere right about like that. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna trim all of this off right here. We'll tuck that up under. We'll leave that there. Okay, all right, so let's trim. And the bottom doesn't really have to be pretty. It's gonna get covered up too, so don't worry about your mistakes. This is just a fun project, and seriously, see how that is? It's gonna be okay, because this is gonna get covered up by your Ready Shreddy. So it's not gonna matter that that is there. I promise. If it bothers you, okay, but I promise it really will not hinder your project. Okay, now we're gonna take our Christmas tree and we're gonna pop it up, and we're gonna have it here. So we want to put adhesive along the bottom because we don't want to pop that part up. So we're gonna put 2 strips of adhesive right there. Then we're gonna take some of our dimensionals and we're gonna put those all along. And again, it's a 3D project, so you want to make sure that you do add enough dimension to it so that it's not going to fall. Okay? That might be a little excessive, but I'm usually pretty excessive with my dimensionals. I go through a lot. I buy probably 10 or 15 packs every time I order. And I order quite a bit, so I have plenty of them in stock all the time. I did run out. I think it was last year. I forgot to put them in my order, and I literally was on like my last set of them. Oh, I had a small little panic attack. Okay, so now we're going to attach this right about here. And I know that the tree is going to be smaller than the snowman, but that's okay. This is not like a real scene by any means. Okay, the last thing I want to do before we put it into the box is I wanted to do some snowflakes in the background. Now these look like snowballs already are falling, so it's wonderful. But we're still going to add some of these, and these are retired, and I completely understand that. And I don't ever use retired products in a video, but this one calls for it. I have like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs of these. I have a lot of these packs left, and I use them for craft fairs, but I could not use these. We have to, because they're perfect for this project. All right. And we're going to take your pick tool, and we're going to just adhere them all over. I absolutely love these. These were my favorite embellishment last year in the catalog, in the holiday catalog. So I swooped up a whole bunch of them because they're perfect. All right. Let's see, let's add one there. There. And I'm honestly not counting. You all know I am all about the odd numbers, but on this, not a big deal. No one's going to sit around and count, right? Okay, so I think that is pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our box right here, and we're going to put some Ready Shreddy in the bottom of it. And this is actually Ready Shreddy that was Stampin' Up. It's retired too, but you can get Ready Shreddy from anywhere. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of bunch it and squish it down in the bottom. I have green Ready Shreddy, and I think pink and purple too. And those all came off of Amazon, so I'm sure you can find white as well. Okay. So now I'm going to test it. So I'm going to flip over my piece here. And I'm just going to hold that in place. And I'm going to flip it over. And I can put a little bit more Ready Shreddy in it. That's not enough. Not yet. All right. Add a little bit more. And I just want to make sure that I get it all in there. Okay, I think that will be perfect. I want to make sure I'm not squishing any of it. All right, stick it back in. This is kind of your trial and error part, and I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. So we're going to flip it back over. We're going to put our pieces down. Fold those over, and ta-da! And when you look at it really close, you can see the snowflakes that are in the background. But there we go. So it's simple and it's easy, and this is a great project. This is what I had in my head when I saw the paper pumpkin for November. So there are both of them. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the project. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will have a blog post that will go up in the next day or two that will have the pictures of this, but I'm having a hard time taking the picture because of the glare off of the picture frame itself. So as soon as I get the picture done, I will post that blog post for you. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day, great rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Bye.